A long-lost Purple Heart has found its way back to the family of a World War II airman who died in combat. His widow remarried, and her second husband's children ended up with the awards. They recently sent them to a man who devotes hours of his own time and money to return lost medals to the families of fallen heroes.
I gave you Everett's medals.
Clyde MacDonald took a long look at the medals the military awarded his uncle 7 decades ago. A veteran himself, he traveled from South Carolina to accept them in a ceremony at his uncle's gravesite near Boston.
I'm overwhelmed. I can't say that enough. I look forward to taking those things. I have a wall in my den with all my stuff on it, and that's going to go right up there beside it.
So Everett was the older brother?
No, younger.
Younger? So the younger brother showed up the older brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
The man who made it happen, Zachariah Fike, a captain in the Vermont Army National Guard. He's done this before.
This was the last tangible item that a family had ever received, and they cherish these Purple Hearts.
Over the past 2 years, Fike says he's returned more than 60 lost medals through a nonprofit he started called Purple Hearts Reunited.
I'm a full-time Army captain, so I work my job 9 to 5. And then at night, I spend roughly around 2 or 3 hours researching on my own time.
He works out of a small space in his home near Burlington, Vermont.
For the first time, I'll see the medal. I'll turn it over, and in this case, it's engraved with the name George W. Underwood.
He tells us he's currently trying to track down the owners of about 100 medals through simple internet searches and basic detective work.
I'm able to find, who he was, where he was from, where he was born, who his family was, and trace it back to a specific descendant.
As more people hear about his efforts, he says medals are now showing up in the mail.
Which ones would you like to see?
These ones right here.
But he also purchases many of them himself. He's a regular at nearby antique stores. It's kind of how this all got started.
And my mom, for Christmas in 2009, bought a Purple Heart out of an antique shop for $100. And I knew exactly what it was when I opened it up, and I knew it didn't belong to me. And a year later, I returned it to the family.
It was during that year Captain Fike earned his own Purple Heart after a rocket attack injured him in Afghanistan. He doesn't like to talk about that. Instead, he focuses on the heroes whose sacrifice he honors today.
It's the greatest calling anybody can answer, and we should raise these people up on a pedestal and thank them for their service forever.
Since the military established the Purple Heart in the 1930s, it's awarded the medal to some 1.8 million service members. And thanks to this man, dozens of the medals are now back where they belong.
I read his chest, and I know what he's done.
I get an opportunity to re-honor these men who gave so much for us and our country, and that was the sacrifice of their life. And to see how much it impacts a family to get this medal back means the world to me.
Captain Fike says some of those lost Purple Hearts may be stolen, but that many are simply misplaced over time. And as we mentioned, he's mostly spending his own money on all of this, although he is trying to raise some funds. And if you would like to help, here's how you can. You can go to his website, link to it through ours, at foxnews.com/Shep.